Hello and welcome to Tricks of the Astray channel. Today is the 8th of March 2017, and today's video we have Neil Patrick Harris. Now, if you've ever watched the show How I Met Your Mother, then you would have noticed that the main character there is Neil Patrick Harris. He's been portrayed to the public as a gay man, but I'll show you facts today that he's not what he appears to be, that he's actually a transgendered man. That means he was genetically born female. Now, if it's your first time watching a channel, right, and it's the first time that you're watching a video on this channel, I would recommend that you should pause this video right here, go look for the primer video. Get that video from this channel, look for it. It's called primer video. Watch that video. When you're done watching, you can come back, right, and watch this video. So before I go any further, like I usually say, and I'll always say at the beginning of every video that I make, that we are not against transgenders, right? Even though it's a fantasy. People live all sorts of fantasies. It's a fantasy, right? You can't change the sex or the biology or your DNA from your birth sex. You can't do it, all right? Because the skeletal structure is not going to change. You can't change your brain, okay? You're still going to have a male's brain or a female's brain, depending on which gender you were born with. What we're trying to expose here, all right, is trying to show you with facts that there is an organized system put in place which takes kids before they can reach the age to make a decision in which they can say, okay, I want to live a fantasy. I don't want to live in the birth sex that I was born. I want to live a fantasy of another sex, all right? Before they can make that decision, these young, poor children are taken and mutilated, castrated, right? And fed hormones and forced to live in a sex and gender that's not ours, right? That's not theirs at all. And the people we have shown you have put this facility in place and the ability to do it with ease, all right, based on whatsoever reason they want to do, is the Vatican, all right? So and with that said, I'll just get into today's video and let's just get straight to the point. Now, here is Neil Patrick Harris, okay? And when you look at him, and you know, on TV, he's been portrayed as a gay dude, and he is boldly declaring himself to be a gay man, all right? And before my eyes were open, before I could understand my world and make sense of it, I believed it too, because whatever TV told you or whatever the people on TV said, I believed, all right? But now, as I've got to know that things are not the way they appear to be, our reality has been hijacked, right? It's been hijacked by the people who've been seeking to run it and own this world and control everybody. Because what they're trying to reduce all of us is into animals. Because animals only respond to instinct, what's been told. They can't think for themselves. So that's what they want to reduce people, human beings, to animals they can control. Because if you don't have a thought of your own and you can't think for yourself, you're basically an animal. You'll do what you're told. You only be able to do what you're told. So now, one of the things before I get into this video is, like, when you're trying to understand what's going on around you, you'll hear a lot of stuff, all right? Especially in the news. You hear about Jews, you hear about Freemasons, you hear about the Illuminati, you hear about a whole bunch of stuff, all right? It's very, very simple for you to understand what's going on. When you hear all those names, all you need to do is just substitute the Vatican for it, and everything starts being clearer, okay? Now, the power structure of how the Vatican works and is based on this little diagram that I'm showing you before, right? Now, how the whole, because people don't really understand that there's a difference between the Holy Roman Empire, which died out, I think way back in the, I may not be correct, but I'm just going to give you a timeline, that during like the 1100s, all right? And what replaced it was It's the Roman Catholic Church. It's two different things. So when you hear about the Holy Roman Empire, it's not the same thing as the Roman Catholic Church or hierarchy that's running today. Now, according to a notable historian, the people who started this or overtook the remaining parts of that Roman Empire, which died out, which we all know, because if you go to Rome, you will see the relics of the Roman Empire. The people or the families who took over and started running things, they called themselves the black nobility, and they were in Europe. Now, if you're somebody like me with a brain, I've done my own history and research. You have to ask yourself the question, why would white European people call themselves the black nobility? All right? That's the question you have to answer yourself. If you're white, why would you call yourself black nobility? It doesn't make any sense. So that's something you need to do on your own research and own time and try to investigate. So they call themselves the black nobility, right? As you can see on my screen right here if you're following my mouse. And those families were like, they're the richest families in the world. You will never get to hear of them in the media. They might go by different names that you're not aware of. Forget about the Rothschild. The Rothschild don't fit into this. They can't even compete or compare. These are the people, right? These are the families who came together to start the Roman Catholic Church from the fall of the Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire. They were the Aldobrandini family, the Farnese family, the Orsini family, the Medici family. All right, you probably heard of the Medici family. Maybe you watch a couple of shows like called is it the Borgia or the Vajra? I don't quite remember. There's a show about it, about how someone became the Pope. The Borgia family. That's all part of that. So you can look into that. The part of the Medici, the Borgia, I think so. So now these wealthier secret families, they are the black nobility, right? Now formed the Roman Catholic um, office that we have now in the Pope, right? And then from there you have the Jesuits, right? The Jesuits are still Roman Catholic, right? They are the military order, right, of the Roman Catholic Church, who's working to make sure that they control this world and run everybody that's in it. And from the Jesuits now, they formed a lot of secret societies. And I want you to take notice of their emblem right here. It's a sun. It's a sun spurt, okay? And I want you to take a real notice of that, because we're gonna come back to this later on, because the Roman Catholic Church has this emblem as a sun spurt. We'll do some smaller stuff for you to find out. And they started a lot of secret societies. Now the Freemasons here used to be the Knight Templars before. They were the people who were protecting pilgrims who were going to Jerusalem for pilgrimages, right? The Templars, right? They're from the defunct. The Freemasons are the Templars, right? And from there you have this other secret society like Opus Dei, the Knights of Malta, Skull and Bones, the Rosicrucian Orders, Bilderberg. You probably heard of the Dominicans. They were a separate order, different from the Jesuits too. That's also part of that as well. And so when you're trying to understand, you can you pause this right here and read it and take note, right? So that you can start to understand the way things are arranged around you. And with that said, let's do a little bit more of a gentle kind of research so you could understand. I want you to take notice of this emblem right here, because we'll talk about it later on in the video again. It's a sun spurt, right? It's one of the emblems of the Roman Catholic Church, right? Now, on the research we're looking at emblems of Rome, right? These are emblems which were taken over from the fall, the old Roman Empire that fell, and not in its place came out the Roman Catholic Church. I don't want to get all biblical on this, but you would understand what that means, right? So now one of the emblems you will see is the eagle, right? And as you can see, the eagle is a representation of so many countries' emblem, even here in the United States, showing you who's running things, all right? That it's always been the Vatican. Another emblem you will see, and this is the one I was talking about before, is this Rome sun emblem, all right? It's another sign of Rome. You can see here Rome 2, Macedonian emblems of battlefield 1-4 battle. If you're following my mouse, battlefield hardline is one of the emblems of the of Rome, and you will see this in the St. Peter's Square in the Vatican. It's a big sun emblem with an obelisk in the middle. All right, showing you who's running things. Okay, and I want you to take notice of that. So with that said, let's get back into the video of what we're trying to say here about Neil Patrick Harris. Okay, so let's go further and show you some pictures. Now here is Neil Patrick Harris. As you can see, he has an arch in his back and he has a curvy behind, right? The arms are not long enough for a male. All right, meaning that you're looking at a female. And I want you to notice the pec muscles. All right, the pec muscles are underdeveloped because it's one of the female problems. Like I don't know if I have a picture right now. Let me just show you a picture of what I'm talking about with the pec muscles, so you could pretty much understand what I'm saying. Okay. Okay. So with Neil Patrick Harris here, you can see that the pec muscles are really, really underdeveloped because the female pec muscles are not designed to be massive because they're supposed to support breast. So they're not designed that way to be as massive as a man's pecs. A man's pecs will always be overdeveloped if he tries to develop it. So let me show you a little bit of pictures. Now here is a female bodybuilder. So no matter what a female bodybuilder does, no matter the hormones she takes, these pec muscles will always be flat and underdeveloped because they're designed to support breast. I'm sorry for the graphic picture here, but I'm just trying to show you what I'm talking about. It's underdeveloped. Now, I'll show you some other pictures. Here's another female bodybuilder. As you can see, the pec muscles are underdeveloped because they're designed to carry breast, not to be that huge as a man's own. All right. Some more pictures of that. Here again, you can see the pec muscles are underdeveloped. They're not going to be as developed as a man's own. Still a bodybuilder right there. And you can still see that it's underdeveloped. It's going to be flat because it's designed to carry breast, not that huge muscle tissue. All right, now with a man, all right, if you're a man, then right, as you can see right here, the difference is very, very clear. The pec muscles are going to be overdeveloped for a bodybuilder. So it doesn't matter what testosterone a female has, she's never going to have this kind of pec development, okay, in the muscle area. And with that, here's another picture just trying to show you how developed the pec muscles are for males. Females will never have this because the chest is not designed in females to have this kind of pec muscles because they're supposed to carry a lot of like fatty tissue for breasts. Okay, now let's get back to Neil Patrick Harris here, and as you can see, those pec muscles are not developed, meaning that you're looking at a female. All right, he's been lying to you for a long time, telling you that he's a gay male, but no, he's female. And you can see the arch in his back. Can you see that right there? It's very clear. You're looking at a chick who's been fed some testosterone, maybe some sort of genital implant has been given to make it have some sort of male genitals, but I don't think it's a real one, and that can be done either. And you know, it's given a lot of testosterone, dressed like a boy and everything else, and you think that you're looking at a gay male, but it's actually a female. You see that arch in the back, right? See that arch in the back? I call her, and that's the right way to go. You're looking at a female. Look at that stance. That's how a female stands. See the way it bends and twists? That's how a female stands. So with that, I'll just show you, if it's your first time on a channel, let me just show you a quick picture of what a female's back looks like. All right. This is a document which I say is going to be attached to every video that we make. So I advise that you download and study this document. Have it in your possession, all right? So you can take a look at any time. Now here's a female's back right here. And as you can see, a female's back starts just dipping just below the shoulder blades. It dips and goes in, and when it gets into the navel, it starts coming out into her bum over here, right? With a man, and a female's back is always going to be shaped like an S or a C, S-shaped spine or a C, depending on how or where you draw the line from. With a man, it's going to always be straight. The back is always going to be shaped like a D. If he wants to have a curve at all, sometimes men's back are usually very straight. And sometimes if he's developing like he's a bodybuilder and working out, he'll have a D shape, right? A D shape. All right. Okay. Scroll down just to show you some more pictures of what you're going to be expecting in a female's back if it's your first time on our channel. And we scroll further down a little bit more, and we're almost there. Let's see. You can see that, right? See that right here? See that? See that? That's a curve, an arch in the back. All right. Can you see that over here? All right. So here's another picture, right, to show you how the arch that's right below the shoulder blades dips in, goes in towards the navel, and then comes out into a pelvis. And you can see that hourglass figure that this female has over here. All right. It doesn't matter if she's got muscles, like I usually say. The arch always has to be there. Always has to be there. And that's what you have with the Neil Patrick Harris over here, right? He has an arch in his back. That means it's a she. Okay. And you see that. All right. So I'm always trying to show you facts, not just talking. And you can see that he has hips as well. Can you see that? See those hourglass figure? Can you see? You can see also the Q angle, right? See that hourglass figure? He has hips. Neil Patrick wasn't born male. He's a female, transgendered into a male. You can see that hourglass figure if you're following my mouse. Next picture again, you can see this very clearly again, the hourglass figure of a female hip, right? The hourglass, remember, a female's waist starts above the navel. With men, the waist starts below the navel. And as you can see, he has that hourglass figure, short shoulders, right? The shoulders are short, not long enough across the body, and the underdeveloped pec muscle area. You're looking at a female. Another picture. Now, here's one picture that is very, very surprising. This happened to be at the I think the Oscars, or what they call the Academy Awards. And as you can see, because remember when I started this video, I told you should take note of that sunburst, right, that I showed you, which was the sign of the Roman Catholic Church, or the fall of the ancient Roman Empire that fell. And as you can see right here, is that sunburst over here again, all right, showing you that this is a Vatican party, all right. And you can see Neil Patrick right here still has hips, right? Can you see that? He has hips. And one of the funniest things that I find out is that it's not just a coincidence that these people just happen to be on different award shows, all right, and they're stripped down to their underpants. Why is that? Because it's a ritual. It's a Freemasonic ritual. So when you watch like any award show, be it the VMAs, the Oscars, the Grammys, any other award show that's publicized on mainstream media, on TV networks, you're actually watching a Vatican Freemasonic party, right? Because they own everything. And this is some sort of like a ritual that they're actually doing. But you're going to be watching and say, oh, because your mind is not aware of what's going on. You're going to be watching and say, oh, he's just being funny. He's just being ridiculous. But it can be a coincidence that all the time that the three people like Justin Bieber and Zac Efron happened to be in their underwear or stripped in these award shows. Now I'll play you some clips so you can see what I'm talking about here. All right, just bear with me. So here is a video of Neil Patrick Harris in his underwear at the 2015 Academy Awards. I want you to watch this for a second. Now here's the sunburst that I'm telling you about, and you're gonna see, right, representing the Vatican, and he's coming out in his underwear. And look at all these people laughing. Look at them laughing. Who do you think they're laughing at? You think they're laughing at me, or do you think they're laughing at Neil Patrick's or laughing at you? Right? The joke's on us. This is a Freemason because they're all in on it. That's why, like I told you, the Vatican owns everything. And these people in Hollywood, whether they're straight or not, they own them as well. They are vetted, right? They keep secrets. That's what it means to be a Freemason. All right. So when they come out to any of these award shows, be it the Academy Award shows, a New York Fashion Week, or whatever, it's a Vatican party, Freemasonic party for their people. All right. And it's a ritual in the same way, because it can't be a coincidence that these guys, supposedly transgenders, keep appearing on stage shirtless, right? So I'll just finish playing this and I'll play you another. See, they're smiling and laughing and he's talking and you're thinking, oh, it's a joke. It's a ritual. Can you see that? All right. So I'll just pause it so I don't get any copyright infringements, and I'll play you another video real quick. And here is another video with Justin Bieber stripping. And I haven't had time to get into Justin Bieber because there was very much good videos and information on YouTube you can look up to see that Justin Bieber is a girl. He's not a man. They've been lying to you. All right. And here is him stripping also at the New York 2014 Fashion Week. Watch and see what I'm talking about. So it's not just a coincidence that these people strip down to their underpants all the time. He's a female, all right? Justin Bieber is a female. And you see that? Right? See all that? And you think that you're watching a male, but it's female, all right? I'll play you another video real quick. So this is Zac Efron, all right? And I already have a video on Zac Efron out there to show you that he's also female. He was genetically born female, transgendered into a male. And here is him at the 2014 MTV Awards. And he strips also. Play that clip so you can see what I'm talking about. See that? This is a ritual. But you're going to watch this and think, oh, it's just fun. No, 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 no. These people are playing mind games on you, right? They're all in on it. They know what's going on. Look at it, right? That's Zac Efron as well. So you could keep watching and you think, oh, okay, these people are just having fun. It's just a way of showing. No, it's a Vatican ritual to show off their creation. All right? And the people who attended and all those people are in on it because they know. But they'll never publicly tell you because they are paid to keep quiet. And also because the system is built on lies. And for you to be successful, you have to tell the lies. You have to be part of it. Otherwise, they'll throw you out. That's just the way it works. All right? And so we're back to Neil Patrick Harris right here, all right? And we'll show you another picture of his, and you can see that he has an arch in his back right there. You can see he's arching his back like a female, showing you that you're looking at a genetically born female who's been transgendered into a male. And here's Neil Patrick. Look at that again. Just look at that. Which man can curve that way? We can't do that. It's not in our DNA. Being female, being male or female, it's something that it's in your DNA, it's in your blood. You can't change it. The mannerisms, the way you talk, the way you act, the way you swing your hands or whatever. Look at that. Can a male do that? You can still see the hourglass figure right there, that you're looking at a female. All right? Okay. You can pause and take a look again. See that? You're looking at a female. And who knows where they got this little baby from? Who knows that this is what I'm talking about, that there's a system put in place to take little children and transgender them. And you can see a right example right here already. Where they're getting these children from? Who knows what they're doing to these kids? Okay, and with that, I think I come to the end of the video. And what I wanted to show you was this sun bust right here to see that the Central Intelligence Agency is working for the Vatican. Remember, at the start of the video, I told you take notice of the sun bust, and this is just an added bonus for you to see what's going on. All right, with that, I come to the end of the video, and I would remind you that you should subscribe and stay tuned. And like I always say, think, see, look with your eyes, and see with your brain. Question everything. Don't believe everything they tell you. All right? If you're interested in the truth, then that's your duty. That's your service. If you're not, then you can go on living your life. All right? Thank you and bye.